Get out of here.
Let's go.
Hands.
Adam. Hey, stay right here. I'm gonna go.
I got him.
They might do a robbery today. They might break into your house tomorrow. They might steal your car the next day.
There's a police officer right over here. Are there any questions you'd want to ask a cop?
Today we head back to East Chicago to ride along with their police department. And for reference, East Chicago is a city in Indiana just over the state border of Illinois, and it's very close to high-crime Southside Chicago neighborhoods. This department, led by Chief Jose Rivera, is big on a tactic called proactive police work. The concept is simple. Police look for minor infractions like broken taillights and traffic violations in an effort to uncover bigger crimes like illegal guns or people with warrants. Supporters of this strategy say it comes with a proven track record of crime reduction, while critics of it call it harassment to the citizens. We're showing you exactly how it works so you can decide for yourself. With East Chicago PD, we get to witness the effects of proactive police work firsthand, and you'll get to see everything from foot chases to traffic stops to arrests live in action. Let's get to it.
All right, so we're hitting the field. It's summer. It's been hot lately. Any predictions for tonight?
Because it's hot and it actually cooled down just a little to like high 80s, low 90s, you're gonna get a lot of people outside. You gotta remember, a lot of people don't have air conditioning. So I think today we'll get some decent traffic stops. We'll probably get, I don't want to see it, but I can predict either a foot pursuit or a car pursuit today. So.
And are we going out with Greenwood?
Yeah, so I think she said Greenwood and Galley.
The first thing that we have is the hottest block right now is the 3400 block of Fur. From then it's the 500 block, of 151st, the 3900 block of Alder, 3800 block of Cary, the 4000 block of Main Street, 3800 block of Pulaski, 49 of Weg. So we'll start off in the harbor. That's where most of our shots fired have been. LPRs, all the warrants have been added. So if you guys put your TAS up, we'll go from there. Get out there. If there's anything else that you guys are looking for, just call it out. All right? Everybody have a car? All right, let's have at it.
We got one in custody. Got some coke.
All right. Where'd you find that shit on him?
I found it in his pocket. It's a little 40 ball.
Oh. This side's good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a warning. Do me a favor, regardless of where you gotta go. It's always key to slow down. All right. We got stop signs for a reason. So go ahead. You good to go, man. All right. So the driver was in a hurry. Took the stop sign. Stopped him. The passenger was a bit jittery. Kept saying on the G back and forth, saying that the city knows him. We smelled marijuana. Driver gave us full consent. As soon as we took both of them out, passenger became more jittery, got us nervous. So officer safety, patted him down, make sure he didn't have nothing on him. As my partner was patting his pockets down, he found a clear knotted baggie with a white powdery substance within, so.
What's going through your mind right now?
Man, I ain't talking to you people, man. Get that shit off my face, G. Shit, I'm a gangster, nigga. No, man. Psycho. No.
What do you think should be different?
I'll be out in 3 weeks. I'll be out in 3 weeks.
We'll be out.
G.
We'll catch him again.
You catch me again.
So is he a repeat offender?
Yeah.
What is he known for in this town?
Everything.
This is Officer Galley. He served in the Navy for 8 years, and now he's in his 3rd year with East Chicago PD, and he's the guy who we'll be riding along with today.
How's the community relations been with police lately?
It depends on what you think on the police for real.
So yeah, Toyota be on deck for real. I love they be on. Yeah, but you just gotta stay
out the way, and you ain't gonna have no problems with police. Yeah,
that's their job.
So there's a police officer right over here. Are there any questions you'd want to ask a cop?
Any questions? I don't talk to police.
No. So what do you think it would take to have communities be a little bit more safer and like young guys doing less reckless shit?
I feel like if it was like most people like basketball, if it was more sports events out here, a lot of people would do that.
So there's no sports for you to sign up for?
No AAU, no none of that.
East Chicago does not have a football or baseball league.
No.
Do you know if that's true?
Not even basketball.
Chicago is a Pop Warner team.
Yeah, they got Pop Warner.
They got middle school, high school.
Right, they got all of that. But I'm talking about summer leagues. Summer leagues that when I was younger, but they don't got no AAU leagues. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you make of all that?
It's predetermined by choice, if you were to ask me. And it has a lot to do with social media, who influences them, music, obviously.
So how do you break the cycle? Because it seems to me there are some kids that just grow up kind of screwed from the start. Their dad's a gangster. They live in an area, let's say like Little Village, Chicago, where it's so entrenched. The chances of you not being in some gang just seem, that's the minority.
When it's generational, when your grandfather, your father, and you were born and raised in that, that's almost impossible, I'll be honest. I have family where one cousin became a gang member, but the other one didn't, right? So it's not always gonna be all of them, but very difficult when it's how you grew up, it's all you've seen every day. That's all you know.
I need you guys to pull up a large group out here.
Sweet.
What's this?
3 large group. 466 around.
So going into this, how are you gonna approach it? Like,
Well, I know the address. We're all familiar with these 2 separate addresses that are on. Again, kids usually got guns. Some of the kids that associated over there are known for shooting. It's like just a bunch of kids. Yep.
It appears someone fled the scene, and after that, chaos and foot pursuits broke loose.
Get on the fucking ground.
Let's go.
Hands.
I got
Hands. Got him. I got a shirt. Stuck on a shirt.
Get that motherfucker over there. Adam. Hey, stay right here. I'm gonna
I got him. Go get them.
Please stop. Next time we interfere like that. Okay. Hey, calm down. Hey.
Right here. I don't know who this is. 41. Now remember on Jesus Christ? Remember on Jesus Christ? Now you want to cry? Next time listen, right? What did we learn? What did we learn?
That shit crazy. Y'all bogus than the motherfucker for this. No, that's my godson. He ain't even fucking 21. They on so much bullshit.
So what's going through your head?
My
right
son don't even fucking sell no drugs. He fucking 17.
He did.
Got the right people.
Kill people and sell drugs.
Y'all should have the right people. My son not.
Probably do.
That motherfucker can't even see shit.
That's what you call your
The fuck? He blind.
So just to give people some context, we drove past.
That shit
It went
crazy.
from kind of nothing happening to a lot of action. I don't know what got someone tased, and a lot of people are mad and confused. There's people kind of shouting out their window like, what the fuck's going on?
They don't
What's
never do
happening
this
here?
shit. They don't even do this.
So
Like dead
I'm still
ass.
trying to figure out what happened at the scene, so we'll hopefully get some more information.
This is all government housing. We get nothing but complaints of shootings, shots fired, drugs, gangs. We're here to answer that complaint, and this is what we get. But what we're gonna do next is a follow-up is we'll get a hold of housing, let them know what's going on over here, how they're acting towards us, they're not cooperating. This is not the type of people we want living here. This is assisted living, but you should be contributing to the community, not being a nuisance and tying up our resources. So
Is that a paddy wagon?
that's our paddy wagon, so we'll transport them in there.
Tommy G, I'm following your ass, gang. And y'all come over here and do this, but it's a big ass lawsuit on y'all.
I think they think I orchestrated this.
It looked like he got tased in the face with some prongs.
The people are starting to think it's a conspiracy for the YouTube video. East Chicago. I'm just here for the ride along. I didn't call the shots. I'm not even sure what happened, to be honest.
Trout? Yeah, like fish. So last night we got called to that same area. I don't know if it was the same building, but it was Mr. Spades, who was just placed under arrest, said that his girlfriend was hitting him. So we arrived on scene, and sure enough, she was throwing haymakers at him, but he didn't want to press any charges. The girlfriend left, and that was that, and we're back today.
But you guys helped bring the peace yesterday, but today, for some reason, he got escalated.
Correct. There was a little bit of de-escalation last night, and today is a different story.
Come on, man. Look. Yeah, wait, hold on.
I'll take these off. Put your hands on the ground. Yes, sir. Tommy G, you crazy, gang.
I'm just with them for a day.
You know what I'm saying? You going to the wrong hoods, doing the wrong shit. Somebody is gonna do something to you, bro.
I don't think so. I go to a lot of different hoods.
No, I ain't trying to, no disrespect, I'm just saying. I'm following you.
And I'm finna get famous on YouTube. I got the shit in my face because motherfuckers stabbed me. Yeah, I'm from Harbor, Indiana.
So can we have a little recap what happened?
Sure. It's an ongoing investigation occurring in that area. When the officers were called by other officers about complaints, they went to go follow up, and a lot of the targets of the investigation were there. When the officers got out to confront these guys about gambling, drug dealing, drug usage, a couple of them got violent, some of them ran. That whole area is government housing. So if you look at the buildings, there's clear signs that says no trespassing. You must live there to be there. You just can't hang out there. They have a zero tolerance on drugs, loitering, and gang and drug violence. So we established that the juvenile lives there, the one that fought with the police in the hallway. His mother was the one cussing and yelling at the police. Those are not the type of people we want living in that type of area. Government housing is there to assist you, not to enable you and not to have you waste our resources and have all the police there because you're causing problems. So part 2 is gonna be tomorrow, I'll pull the report, all the arrests, I'll send it to housing and explain that these people that live there caused all this nuisance and aggravation to the police department by the complaint we got, which is drug dealing, illegal gambling, and selling drugs. Housing will then call them in for a meeting. Based on the nuisance, they can get evicted. I try my best not to get involved because I have to be the middleman. I can't be the 1 on 10 because I'm gonna set the tone. If I'm out there arguing and fighting, I guarantee you the rest of them, that is just a signal. The Batman sign just went up and all hell breaks loose with the officer. So I have to be the calm, more civilized one. Everybody's human. You're gonna lose your temper, but as long as you're not getting violent with them, as long as you're not using excessive force, I'm okay with that. I understand that you can only take so much before you react.
All right, so we're gonna call it a night tonight and come back to East Chicago, get a little more action. Good night.
After the chaos at those apartment complexes, the rest of the night was pretty quiet, so we left town around 10 or 11 p.m. However, later that night, from the very same apartments where the arrests happened, East Chicago PD's shot spotter system recorded dozens of gunshots in the air. After seeing some summer action in June, we came back to East Chicago in November, and as you know, a lot of crime was quite seasonal, and I was interested to see if this would be a high action day. Here's what happened.
Can you please lock in, bro? Huh? Just lock in.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aim small, miss small. Get on the fucking ground.
This is Officer Greenwood. He served in the Army for 8 years, and he's in his 4th year with East Chicago PD, and he's the officer we will be going on patrol with. So we're coming to the end of the summer, rolling into fall. How did summer go in East Chicago?
It was fun, but the crime rates dropped, especially since the gang and narcs team is doing all the search warrants on the houses.
So all the heavy hitters got pulled off the street.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that have.
In a way, does that suck for you guys because it makes your job less intense?
Yeah.
Yes, no. I mean, for a city overall, you want your crime rate to go down.
How often are people actually calling the police nowadays?
A lot.
Yeah?
People call it police for actual events, whereas people just call police because, hey, somebody's parked in front of my house.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
No way.
Yeah. Haley, Dominic, Riley, and Owen.
Is he asking to get pulled over?
Railroad. Oh my God.
It might be a really old person.
Handicap. How you doing? Driver's license. You got a good registration or no?
Yes.
You do?
Okay, are these
All
guys
right.
getting arrested? Okay, we're hopping in. But okay, I'll tell them to step on it.
To where?
Okay, thank you. She said go on it. There's guys on the ground. There's guns and shit.
All right, are you done playing?
Dude, jeez. Almost fucking hit you. It didn't matter. That's all you gotta do, that shit. They still don't fucking pay attention.
Come on, man.
We got a traffic stop, led from a broken tail light, pulled him over, immediately smelled weed. Now we're just going through. They ended up having 2 firearms, an AR pistol and a Glock with an extended mag on it. So now we're just about to run the guns. Already ran my dog. You guys wasn't here for that. Found a little bit of weed in there, but nothing crazy.
So you're just running the guns to see if they're
Yeah,
clear?
yeah, we're just gonna run the guns, make sure they're clear.
You got a 28-4?
Officer Morris ran the guns through the system, and when they came back clean, he said this to the guys he had detained.
All right, boys, gotta take you in for felony possession, all right?
What?
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm gonna cut you loose. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna cut him loose. Yeah, just a little bit of weed. Let's be smart, bro. Let's not drink and drive and smoke, all right? You asking for attention.
In states like Indiana, where marijuana is illegal, to an officer on a traffic stop, there's no better smell than weed because that odor instantly gives the officer probable cause to search the vehicle. Sometimes these searches lead to significant arrests of crimes that would have never been detected if it were not for weed. It's fair to say that if weed was legalized, it would greatly inhibit an officer's ability to search a vehicle. And this makes the smell of marijuana a powerful but controversial tool in a policeman's arsenal.
East Chicago was a formerly dangerous place that you guys have drastically reduced the homicide rate. How did you go about doing that?
So, and I hate when chiefs take credit because I'm not going to take credit for it. The way we first started was we thought that the more officers you have, the safer your city is. And we started to find out that wasn't the case. So what we did was we started strategically going after the gangs. And one of the ways we did it was we saw that on the state side, it was too lenient. So we decided to do a RICO case. We never done it in the history of this department, but we thought, well, we'll give it a shot because we got guys that are responsible for anywhere from 18 to 20 murders a year. So something has to be done. We took it to the U.S. Attorney's Office and they agreed. So we started a RICO case against the Imperial Gangsters and we started taking down key people within the gang. A lot of it started with small drug buys and how quick they are to tell. And that whole no snitching policy, snitches get stitches. I always laugh because doing this job 27 years, our biggest snitches, our biggest informants are actually gang members and drug dealers. So once we started breaking them from within, we started getting more information on them. We had enough for a RICO case, and we started taking down the leadership.
Just advise me. The female driver pulled over stated that some unknown party was breaking into her aunt's house at 3904 Theodore. We were out to check it out as well.
Is there a break-in? Yeah. Oh shit. Are we going straight there? Yep.
tip. I'll let that take 100. They're gonna take 100? Yeah.
Where's upstairs? That just brings out to the back on the
Yeah,
back
this
porch.
is just one unit.
Oh, really?
This is a separate unit.
Yeah, it's 2, 3.
The back door was open. We cleared the basement.
I don't know.
Are you trying to renovate these out and then rent them, or what are you trying to do?
So this is already being sold. So this is in the
it's
process
sold.
of selling it.
Oh,
But since
but then there's
the
people
legal
getting
work
in.
is still not done with it or everything, my aunt is still technically, this is still her family's building.
I see. So did someone get in the lockbox and they took the key?
I believe so, yeah. And this would be the second or third time.
Where's
And
the
don't-
lockbox?
Today.
Oh, they took it?
Yeah, I guess they
That's
took it.
crazy.
Is this Tipton's top? Yeah.
Yeah, take 1 K90 this location.
171, I'm with them. I know who this is too. What's up, man? Just to the back of the car, okay? All right. Put your hands up here for me. You ain't got nothing on you that's gonna stick me, poke me, hurt me. Put your hands up there. All right. Go ahead, have a seat on the curb, bro. You got a. Okay. Stand right here then.
KD in there, that's it. Go ahead, because it's burnt marijuana, bro. The smell of burnt marijuana, man.
Where you smell it at?
That's how I knew you were smoking. That's why the first thing I asked you was how much weed was in the car.
You turned the corner.
Obviously, weed ain't legal, right? That's why I asked you from jump. I said, hey, bro, was it small amount?
No,
Let me know.
yeah,
Big
that-
amount, let me
that-
know.
that's
You
all.
feel me? No harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? Because to be real with you, if it was a small amount, I just would have took a picture on your way. You feel me? Unless you got 5, 6 pounds in the trunk, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't even know how to get the trunk open.
That's
so
cool,
I can
bro.
check the trunk.
No, you straight, man. You good to go, man. You straight. I ain't take your license. Nothing like that.
Let's talk about proactive policing. Many criminologists advocate for the strategy because they say it comes with a proven track record of reducing crime. Take East Chicago. In the 90s, the city averaged 20 murders a year, but now averages only 5 or 6. Officers like Chief Rivera will credit this drop to proactive police work combined with aggressive RICO cases. And you can find similar results nationally. Jacksonville, Florida, for example, is a city that's really bought into proactive policing, and they went from Florida's deadliest city to dropping out of the top 10 entirely. However, critics of proactive police work will say that these tactics result in harassment to the citizens, the very people that pay the wages for the police that patrol. Folks, let me know in the comments your take on proactive policing and whether you'd like to see this type of law enforcement where you live.
How do you draw the line with proactive policing between being ahead of the curve and being borderline harassing citizens?
So that's all on perception. The community is always going to think it's harassment, right? Because they don't know the whole story. And I don't put it out there. Like, for example, just a couple days ago, so I get calls that at the park, the kids are playing basketball, but they're not just playing basketball, they're gambling and they're smoking weed and some of them are dealing. When my officers go over there to deal with those kids, people see, why are you bothering these kids? All they're doing is playing basketball. Well, I don't want to tell them that Miss Smith or Miss Taylor or Miss Sanchez called and lives down the street and saw what they were doing and wanted us there.
A few blocks down, a call came in and Greenwood went to the scene to see if backup was necessary.
You said they ain't here too?
No.
Say that again? You have in here?
Just a piece of blunt that was rolled. He pulled it out. You got it. Sir, you just made it fall. Sir, look under the bag. It's a piece of one. You just picked out.
Okay, here it is. That's the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
3814 Erie Court.
Ma'am, is there anything else in here that we need to know about?
The middle part.
The middle part what?
Bro, is that fucking
This
coke?
right here, yeah, she got coke in there too.
Fuck yeah, she does.
Yeah, she got coke.
What's wrong?
If y'all gotta take me, just do it now. I got a baby. I know.
Okay. You just had a baby?
Yes.
You talk to him? Okay, see if we can have some other
All these cameras on you. Need to shut them. Oh no, the officer said I could talk to him.
I understand that, but right now, just step back.
From what we can gather, it appears this woman was holding onto cocaine for her boyfriend, and due to the sensitive nature of this arrest, we decided to blur out this woman's face because stereotypically, the type of boyfriend that makes his woman hold on to drugs for him also tends to be the same type of guy that beats the crap out of women. Okay, so break down what we just saw in that scene.
Okay. Just a normal traffic stop. You can smell the weed in the car, so you have probable cause to search. She started most likely right before we showed up. She didn't want to let anyone search the car because Tipton ran the dog. The dog hit on the car. So now we have probable cause.
You got on the roll here.
Gave probable cause. You can look anywhere where the drugs might be. And she already gave it away that there was
429 Central.
drugs inside of her purse. And when looking into it more, you can see there's a bag of coke in one bag. There's marijuana, stuff like that. There's a straw with coke all inside of it.
How much coke you think? Just a little bit.
I don't know. I'd say maybe 2-3 grams.
Why do you think this girl is so distraught?
So, in my opinion, I guess that's my professional. That's not her dope. She's holding for somebody. I don't know if you heard her sisters when her sister came downstairs. They were like, tell them who gave it to you, tell them whose stuff it is. But I mean, I'll be distraught too. She said she just had a baby too, so there's that.
So do you think it's like a boyfriend that's making her?
More than likely, a boyfriend or.
And she's scared.
A friend that she's just holding dope for, and she just got caught with it.
So you think she's the one that's using it?
100%. I've seen her a few times. She doesn't necessarily even strike me as a teenager. She doesn't even have like telltale signs of someone that would be doing that drug. You know what I mean?
So that would be really tough to get arrested for something that's really not your business. Why would it be advantageous to make her hold it?
In my experience, say that dude's got 2 strikes. He's on his 3rd possession of that and that amount. So that's a 3rd strike. You want to go down for that 3rd strike, as opposed to her, relatively clean. They ran her background. There's nothing there. You know what I mean? So her, a slap on the wrist. Him, he's doing 5-6 years. So he's got to keep the hustle going. You got to keep making moves. So
it's 10 p.m. here in East Chicago. Good night out in the field. It's cold. We should have been here a little earlier in the summer, but another good time with the fellas. Getting to see police work firsthand. A lot of people are applying to work here. Chief, do you need more people that keep applying or no?
Yeah, we do. Please. So we ask you guys to please apply. We'll be putting out the applications in January of 2026.
Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.